It was only in December 2023 when Intel unveiled the Core Ultra processor, and it was a massive improvement over the previous gen. But not even a whole year later, Intel is back again with another new chip, dubbed the Intel Core Ultra Series 2. Now, I have put the chip to its paces for multiple weeks now, and here's everything that you need to know about it. But before I begin with the review, here's a little bit of the context. You see, right now we are in what I like to call as the chip wars era. It is a time when every company wants to make itself look like the market leader in AI, performance as well as efficiency. Which is why Intel revealed the Core Ultra series last year with much fanfare. Following which, Qualcomm released its X-Elite SoCs promising amazing battery life, and AMD, not to be outdone, also released its Ryzen AI 9 series chips, promising even more basically of everything. Now, after seeing all of this, Intel was like, if they want war, I will give them war. So it moved the launch of its next gen chip, the Lunar Lake, early, and now we have the new ASUS Zenbook S14 featuring the Intel Core Ultra 7 258V processor. Chalo, now that you know all the latest gupshup, let's get back to the review. So in terms of specs, the Intel Core Ultra 7 258V processor is an 8-core chip featuring 4 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores. इसी के साथ 32GB LPDDR5X RAM is baked onto the CPU itself, just like we see on the Snapdragon X Elite SoC. Now doing this improves efficiency and also improves the RAM speed, which is now a whopping 8533 megatransfers per second, which is noticeably high from the previous generation. Moreover, the new chip also has a max boost clock of 4.8 GHz and a max power draw of just 37 watts. But in this laptop specifically, the power is constricted to just 28 watts. And that's more likely due to the small form factor of the overall machine, so as to prevent it from overheating. And the laptop itself is pretty amazing. The Zenbook sits in a 14-inch chassis that's really premium, really strong, and it also has a pretty nice finish on its lid called the Ceraluminium, which reduces fingerprints and also makes it scratch resistant as well, at least up to a certain extent. Even on the inside, the laptop repels fingerprints very well. Doesn't matter if your hands are dry or even a little bit sweaty. Now in terms of build quality, the laptop is very sturdy. There's enough weight on the base so you can easily lift the top lid with just one hand. And there's also a place to grab onto the lid as well. And lastly, there's minimal to no flex on the screen either. Now on the back you get rubberized strips which help keep the laptop in place for most cases. Also in terms of I/O, you get a pretty well sorted selection including an HDMI port, 2 USB Thunderbolt 4 ports, a 3.5mm audio jack and a USB Type A port as well. Apart from an SD card slot and an Ethernet slot, every other type of port is present on this laptop. Now, the laptop also features a revamped chiclet style keyboard, and it has been optimized for the device's thinner chassis, reducing the key travel from 1.4mm to just 1.1mm. Now, this makes the typing experience slightly shallower, and you might feel it less responsive compared to some other ASUS laptops. However, the key spacing and the layout remains standard, which means that you get an overall comfortable typing experience. Now the touchpad on the other hand is fairly large for a 14-inch laptop, and it works very well. Now, moving on to the display, it offers a peak brightness of 364 nits. It's bright enough for most indoor environments, but might struggle in direct sunlight. It also has 100% coverage of both sRGB and DCI-P3 color spaces, meaning it can reproduce colors with high fidelity, making it perfect for tasks like photo editing or video color grading, where true-to-life colors are essential. Now the screen also has an average delta E value of 1.7 and is comparable to high-end color calibrated displays. So in short, the display is great if you are a content creator and even if you want to just consume content as well. And like even a general sense as well, the display feels amazing to look at. It might be a bit glossy, but it is plenty bright indoors, it has great viewing angles, and the touchscreen is also pretty responsive. And now it might be a touchscreen, but the display does not go all the way back to 360 degrees, in case you might think it has a tablet mode and end up breaking it. And the speakers on this thing are absolutely phenomenal. First of all, there is no distortion at high sound, meaning you can blast any song at full volume and the sound won't crack. Secondly, the soundstage feels like as if the singer is in the room with you, offering a very clear and crisp experience. And thirdly, in the Counter-Strike footstep test, the positioning was accurate and consistent throughout our testing, allowing you to easily hear footsteps moving all around you. Now, all of this means that the overall immersion quality while consuming content or playing games is very high. Now, in terms of performance, there's some really interesting stuff. So, first up in Cinebench R23, the ASUS Zenbook S14 leads in single-core scores with 118 points, followed by the ASUS Zenbook S16 and the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro 16, both scoring 102. And the ASUS VivoBook S15 scoring 108. For multi-core performance, the ASUS VivoBook S15 dominates here with 1114 points, while the Zenbook S16 scores 874 and the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro achieves 746. The Zenbook S14 trails significantly with just 602 points, making it less suitable for demanding multi-core tasks. Now, the Geekbench 6 results also show variations in performance. The Zenbook S16 takes the top spot in single-core performance with 2743, while the Zenbook S14 follows closely with 2692 points. The VivoBook S15 scores 2427 points and the Galaxy Book 4 Pro 16 scores 2219. In multi-core performance, the VivoBook S15 maintained its lead with 13968, surpassing the Zenbook S16 at 13334 and the Galaxy Book 4 Pro at 13,008 points. The Zenbook S14 remains the lowest performer with 10,692, indicating its focus on single-core tasks over heavy multi-core applications. Now, while testing the AI performance in the image generation task, the ASUS Zenbook S14 excelled, achieving a score of 354, significantly outperforming the ASUS Zenbook S16 at just 150 points, as well as the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro at just 94 points, making it the top performer in image generation AI workloads. In synthetic GPU benchmarks as well, the ASUS Zenbook S14 outperformed its competitors, scoring 8653 in Firestrike, 27838 in Wildlife, 7121 in Wildlife Extreme, 4378 in TimeSpy, and a commanding 34,035 in Night Raid. It consistently beat the ASUS Zenbook S16, Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro 16 and the ASUS VivoBook S15 across all scenarios, proving itself as the best performer in 3D Mark's gaming tests. In terms of real-world gaming, the ASUS Zenbook S16 leads in the 1080p medium graphics test with 42 FPS in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 50 FPS in Borderlands 3, 61 FPS in Gears 5 and 71 FPS in Civilization 6, making it the top performer. The ASUS Zenbook S14 achieves 36 FPS in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 47 FPS in Borderlands 3, 62 FPS in Gears 5 and the highest at 75 FPS in Civilization 6. Meanwhile, the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro scores last, equipped with the Intel Core Ultra 7 155H, and it struggles to get 33 FPS in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 43 FPS in Borderlands 3, 46.3 FPS in Gears 5 and 61.78 FPS in Civilization 6. And when it comes to battery life, the ASUS Zenbook S14 delivered the longest battery life, lasting 15.50 hours. The ASUS VivoBook S16 followed closely with 13.15 hours, while the ASUS Zenbook S16 recorded the shortest battery life at just 11.33 hours. Now, this indicates that the Zenbook S14 offers the best battery efficiency for video playback among all these three models. So, in conclusion, the ASUS Zenbook S14 is a well-rounded performer with strong single-core and AI performance, dominating synthetic GPU benchmark. And despite being a lightweight ultrabook, it handles graphics tasks exceptionally well and leads in battery life with up to 15.50 hours in video playback, making it ideal for users prioritizing performance and portability. However, its multi-core performance falls short compared to other laptops, which suggests that it may not be the best option for users who rely on heavy parallel processing such as video editors or developers running complex simulations. However, in terms of build quality, I/O ports, display and speaker performance, the laptop fares amazingly well. The keyboard may not be what all the hype make it out to be, but the touchpad is pretty good. Overall, it is a great well-rounded laptop and a great well-rounded chip as well. And it is like they say, jack of all trades, master of none, but still better than a master of one. This is me, Yatnesh Dubey, signing off. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below and I will see you guys next time.